week. Hey, it's the quesadilla again. And I wanted to talk to you about something that I have been avoiding talking about. And that happens to be my weight. So I'm going to be addressing that today. Mainly because I kind of want to show, I guess, how well I'm doing and, you know, my progress to myself. Because I tend to get discouraged if I'm not losing a lot of weight fast, but you know, this way I can kind of show myself, you know, you are making progress. It's small, but you're still making progress. So for that to happen, I need to go back a little bit. So as you guys know, I do have PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome, and that makes it harder for some people to lose weight. Some people, it makes it harder for them to gain weight. I've met people on both ends of that, you know, that sliding chart of life. So for me, it made it incredibly hard to lose weight. I went to an endocrinologist when I was, I think, about 18 in high school, right as I was getting out of high school. So maybe I was 17. It may have been my junior year. Anyways, so I went to the endocrinologist, and he, you know, he diagnosed me properly. He was like, yeah, you have PCOS. It does this, this, and this, and all that stuff. I didn't pay attention to it because all I heard was that you have something that is causing you to gain weight. And me, my 17-year-old mind, oh, that's what's wrong with me. Didn't take into account that I ate like crap. I snacked all the time and I ate all the time and all that jazz. So what I did is he was like, you know, I can prescribe this. It's going to help you. It's helped a lot of people that have PCOS that have been your size. It helps them lose weight. So he put me on metformin, which if you don't know what that is, it is a pre-diabetic drug or a diabetic drug. It helps people with diabetes, help manage it and everything. So I was put on that, and I was like, okay, cool. No big deal, whatever. I took it, and I did feel more energized. I felt better. But it felt like no matter what I did exercise-wise, I was still gaining weight. And that's exactly what wound up happening, because I was outside a lot of the times. I would help before we had everything manageable to where we have, you know, electronics and stuff, not electronics, machinery here to help us maintain the yard and stuff when I still live with my parents. But anyways, before we had all that, I would go out there and help my dad. I'd walk around a little bit and all that stuff. But, you know, other than that, I lived a very sedentary lifestyle, which was not helpful at all. But, you know, I gained a lot of weight, and before I knew it, I was in the 300s. And I had just gotten out of high school, so it was very disheartening for me. My doctor, whichever one, I can't remember which one I went to, but she was like, yeah, you really need to try to get this in check because it's going to make it worse for you. And I was like, yeah, I understand. She wasn't focused on, you know, me losing weight, but she was like, it's not healthy for you. Because it was making my PCOS worse. So I finally found a doctor. I switched from one that I had that my mom and I both went to, because no shade to her, well, kind of shade because she pissed me off, but anyways, she seemed to always be worried about your symptoms and not your overall diagnosis, and that is what wound up hindering me in that certain instance. She was worried about, you know, all this, and she wasn't worried about what she needed to be worried about. So I switched doctors. It was the same practice, but a different practitioner's assistant. And I absolutely love her. She came in and she was talking to me about it. And one of the first things I think I said to her is like, yeah, I know I need to lose weight. And she was like, that's not what we're going to talk about. What we're going to talk about is your health. You need to be healthier. And if that means you need to lose weight, then that's what that means. But right now, we're not focusing on your weight itself. We're focusing on your health. And that made it a lot easier for me to open up to her and a lot easier to talk about it with her. So that is for me to say, you know, if you are a plus size person and you're having issues with it, with your doctors and them saying, oh, well, you just need to lose weight. Find the doctor that fits you best. Have maybe 1 or 2 visits, and that's still something, you know, that they're saying constantly. Find a different doctor that if you have insurance, that your insurance covers. Find a doctor that will listen to you, because that was the turning point for me. Because when I finally got my insurance back, You know, I had to be off my medication for, I think, maybe 1.5 years because I just couldn't find a good insurance that I could afford. Until I had a coworker that showed me, and she's been wonderful in helping me with it. She found one. It's one that I barely have to pay anything per month, and it's been wonderful. So my medication, the only thing I have to pay for is there's one that helps me manage my weight. That's the only one I really have to pay for. Everything else is basically free. Not basically, it is free. So that is the only medication I'm really paying for at the moment. And I mean, it is expensive, but in the long run, it's going to help me a lot. So when I finally got to go back to my doctor, I was close to 500 pounds. And looking at me now, a lot of people never really guessed how much I weigh. So, you know, I don't really look like I weigh a whole lot based on what everybody, you know, everybody thinks that kind of person should look like, or, you know, what that weight should look like on a person. But everybody carries their weight differently. And I was lucky in the fact that I don't carry it the way a lot of people carry it. So I was close to 500 pounds, went back on my medication, got back to my doctor and everything, and started eating better, got a different job where I could actually walk instead of sitting behind a desk, which, don't get me wrong, I like my desk job, but, you know, I enjoy what I do there, but it wasn't productive for me in the form of me getting exercise. So with that, I lost about 36 pounds doing the walking tours that I used to do. I did recently quit because the times were just driving me crazy. And also there was a tour guide that really pissed me off, so I didn't want to work with her anymore as well. And, you know, so that's another story entirely. But, you know, setting boundaries is something new that I'm working with. So part of my boundaries is not only am I quitting that job because I know that I can't really handle it right now, but also I have my phone on Do Not Disturb whenever I get back from work, and only few people can actually give me a call, and only very, 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 very few people can call me, and I absolutely love that, because now I ain't gotta answer the phone. I don't feel like I have to answer the phone. Also, you know, I stopped working on holidays because I want to spend my time with my family. It's just something that is small things, but it's things that I would do because I felt like I had to. Anyways, getting back to the story. So yes, I was close to 500 pounds. Right now, I am happy to announce that I am 409 pounds instead of close to 500. I carry it well. I'm eating better. I'm exercising more. I take my dog to the dog park. We walk around. We do all this stuff. It's fun. I enjoy it. I have a coworker that I'm going to start working with in the morning if I can get up early enough, because she's an early bird. So we'll see how that works out. If not, I will start walking in the evenings and everything. So, and another reason I really wanted to talk about this is because a lot of people really struggle with weight loss, and I know that some people think their only option is weight loss surgery. I mean, don't get me wrong, when I was a kid, I was like, you know, if I do need it, I will get it. But now that I'm older and I know I can manage my weight, I was like, that's not something that I really need to do, because the physical effects it can take on your body, if you don't stick to the diet you needed to stick to and all this stuff, it's not beneficial for you. And also I've learned since then, because of the doctor that I went to, this is another thing I wanted to touch on. The doctor that I went to, I told her how I was feeling and how I feel all the time, or how I felt all the time. No, I felt great. But how I felt all the time. And she recommended that I go see a psychiatrist. I did, and I was diagnosed with depression, anxiety disorder, and also binge eating disorder. So that explained a lot with my past with food and stuff, because I would eat a lot. Even if I wasn't hungry, I would kind of like go into autopilot mode and just come in here and grab whatever was available and start munching on it. So that wasn't good for me. And so another reason is because my dad, I learned, watches my videos. And it is hard to talk to him about it because I just feel like I let him down whenever I do talk to him in person about it. And so this is a little easier for him to kind of, know what's going on with me. Not that it's hard to talk to him, it's just, it's hard to talk to him like that because even though I know he's not disappointed in me, it just feels like he is. So I hate talking to him about it in person. But, I know he's just trying to support me, and it's not his fault at all. It's just hard for me to talk to him about it, like, face to face. Sometimes I can, but other times it just results in me crying. And then he feels bad, and I don't want him to feel bad. But, so that's pretty much it for that. I wanted to touch on that, and really, talk about it. But also I wanted to do a little promo, I guess you could call it. So I got sent these glasses, and I'm going to put a link to them in the link to them in the description, along with a coupon code. So if you guys do want it, I think it's either 30% off or 50% off. I can't remember which one it is exactly right now. But it's a company in Australia, and I butcher the name, so I don't want to say it right now, but I will put it in here in the description again. Description as well. So if you guys do want it, join me in looking cool. I will try to get a new pair probably every couple weeks or so. So that way, I can look cool and you guys can look cool with me. And, also, if you have any headaches or anything like that, these help a lot. I've been suffering from migraines because in my last video I told you about my spider bite. I've been suffering from migraines from that because I had Bell's palsy. Bell's palsy brings migraines into your life. And it was really hard, and now I have like static vision in my right eye, and my doctors think it's due to migraines. So these have been helping a lot. I've noticed when I wear them, it's not as bad. And when I don't wear them, it's really bad. So I try to wear them as much as I can. I especially wear them when I'm working at the computer. And if I'm driving, I'll wear them as well. Stuff like that. So anyways, I hope you guys found this video entertaining and informative. But anyways, I will talk to you guys very soon. Like I said, I am not going to make myself a schedule because I won't stick to it and we'll both be disappointed. So anyways, you guys have a wonderful day. Have a lovely day. Stay safe on Memorial Day. And to all these soldiers that have served and passed away in service, thank you so much for your service and your sacrifice, because I do appreciate it. My dad used to be in the military, so it holds a special place in my heart as well. And so, yeah, anyways, bye guys!